Hello, and welcome to another draft analysis, sort of. Today, I'm not going to be dunking on somebody else's draft this time. I figure I should, put my money where my mouth is and actually run through a draft of my own. And I'll be taking this somewhat seriously as I am putting my Mythic rating on the line here. So, let's get started. Time draft. So I will need to be fast with my analysis on what I'm taking. But see where this goes. Okay. So we have a feline sovereign here. Now, this is slightly unfortunate that I haven't done the math on how many cats there are on this set. I really do not think there's many, so I'm not really looking for this because it requires other cats. I don't love any of the commons, so let's take a look at the uncommons here. Now, Obsessive Stitcher is a pretty sweet card that I haven't had the pleasure of playing with yet. Either that or Jeskai Elder. It's one of these blue cards. And I don't want to commit to two colors right off the bat for Stitcher. I mean, the looter that might reanimate something big, I don't know. Jeskai Elder is such a nice, tricky card. Also looter, and is a 2-drop, which is important, so I like that. Alright, now I'd say rewarded here with Scorching Dragonfire, best common in the set. Blue and red pair well together when your blue card is a prowess creature and your red card is a removal spell. So that's a very easy pickup here. Alternative picks would be Rousing Reed to stay in blue, slapping that onto a Jeskai Elder on turn 3. You're beating in the air, looting a ton. You're really going to get to sculpt the game to your making here. If I was picking a blue card, I'd pick that over Capture Sphere. Rousing Reed doesn't tend to come around very often. I think people are very high on this card, and I see why. It's quite strong. So, if I was picking blue, I'd pick Rousing Reed, but Scorching Dragonfire is very nice. Woohoo! Alright. I think we're in the right seat here. We have Roaming Ghostlight. That's just insane. Like, bounce is on a body is so insane and limited for tempo, especially in core sets where tempo is king. And the fact that this is the 3 power of flying is incredible. There's not too many spirits in the set either, so this doesn't miss very often. So I'm very happy about that. Spark Hunter Masticore, I haven't played with this card either. It's cool for sure. 3/4 for 3 that you can make indestructible for 3 mana is a little bit expensive, but it's a cool card regardless. I hope to play with it one of these days. But yeah, Roman Ghostlight, very happy about that. Alright, now there's an Animal Sanctuary, which birds, cats, dogs, goats, oxes, and snakes. Not exactly what are in these colors. The best you're going to get is putting it onto a Magmut, which I'm probably taking the Magmut here. Goblin Wizardry is powerful, to be sure, but I've been so impressed by Magmut and gotta pick up these 2-drops. Okay. Here, if I'd taken the Goblin Wizardry, I might be looking at Burn Bright, though they tend to go very late, so Pshaw, that idea. So I'm either picking Anake Ogre or Lofty Denial. And I don't think I want a Lofty Denial at this minute. It's harder to turn on for paying the 4 than you think, and I want to spend my early turns committing to the board. I prefer hard counters like cancel or like situational counters like Essence Scatter over this, because generally I want my turns like 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5, developing the board and then spending, you know, turn 5 onwards. That then you can hold up your counter spell and really like get your opponent's trump card. But I like the ogre here. 4 power is a lot of power. So here we have the choice between Turret Ogre and Frost Breath. And this is pretty close. Turret Ogre is, again, more power. Good follow-up to Anake Ogre. But Frost Breath, I love Frost Breath too much, and if I didn't have a Frost Breath in this deck, I would be so sad. So that's an easy pickup there. Okay. Nothing in our colors here. There's a Silent Dart, which I don't really want to be playing. I think it's very awkward removal. It does trigger Prowess, which is nice, but I'd rather not play that. I doubt I'm going to be splashing green. But I'm probably still going to take the Highlands regardless, just in case. I've got, like, good cards in both my colors that I'm not that interested in switching, even if these are good late white cards, so I pick this. I don't think I'm going to splash, but we'll see. So here, do I want Bad Anticipate or Wall of Runes? I don't want to be playing Wall of Runes right now. I would have to have like a lot more flyers for me to say yes, Wall of Runes, let's get in there. So I think I'll just take the Anticipate for the collection. I'm not playing this either. Okay. Another Ogre or Pitchburn Devils. I'm in for another Ogre. Cheaper cards is what I'm after. Here's a late Burn Bright. I said they tend to come late. Oh wow. These are 2 late red 5-drops and a very late Fungal Rebirth. Card's very good. I'm very unlikely to have much sacrifice effects, and while 5/5 for 5 is good stats, like turn slides or removal spell, so I gotta take that. There's a short sword. I'm in for a short sword. I don't think I'm gonna be playing multiple Burn Brights. This doesn't look like a Wishcoin Crab deck. I guess, yeah, I'll take the Radiant Fountain, though I'm likely not. We'll see if I play it, I don't know. Hide these for now and take a look at pack numero dos. And there's a Mistral Singer, so I'm pretty happy about that. The uncommons, Furious Rise is cool that I got double Ogre, so that's, you know, a way to continuously draw cards, but Mistral Singer is just too good of a card that fits into my game plan so much that I just can't pass this up for a speculative Furious Rise. Talarian Kraken is also a good card, but I have no looters or instant speed draw, and that's what you really want to make this card insane. Tap down your opponent's creatures so that they can't attack. Ooh. Rewarded. We got an experimental overload here. This card is very strong. I like rebuying Scorching Dragonfires and Frost Breaths for sure. So that's an easy one. There's also a Hobble Fiend, Frost Breath, Read the Tides, Red Shrine, which I don't have blue shrine, so I'm not playing red shrine if it's my only shrine. Yeah, easy overload here. Alright. So we've got another Jeskai Elder here. Well, as Anake Ogre, Tome Anima, Crash Through, Wall of Runes, lots of options. But it just has to be the Elder here. Already got 2 Ogres, which is the amount of Ogres that I like having. Tome Anima, I don't have ways of, again, I don't have looters or other ways of, like Blue Shrine, of drawing multiple cards a turn very consistently, and you really need to be doing that to make this worthwhile. And even then, it's only an aggressive card. Like, I'd much rather have a flyer than that thing, because at least Flyers can block flyers. Ooh, that's a late Korean Dryad. I do have that Rugged Highlands if I want to go deep. Korean Dryad's very powerful, but I don't want to make my mana horrible, and there's a Spellgorger Weird which, also grows, so can't be too unhappy about that. Ooh, mostly a miss here. Bone Pit Brute is very expensive. 6 drops. Not my jam. Outside of like Colossal Dreadmaw, of course. Pumping something by 4 power is, that's a lot. And you throw it onto a Mistral Singer, your opponent can't block with Frost Breath. That is powerful. Sky Scanner, but no. I think I'm just gonna take Fabled Passage for it. Like, maybe if that Korean Dryad comes all the way around, I might end up splashing it. I don't know. Pick 6 Mistral Singer. Very happy about that. See the need to talk too much about the other options there. Here, there's a Sure Strike. Sure. I could use a trick. Tricks make these Jeskai Elders quite strong. Yeah, I think I like that a lot. Better than a Pitchmore doubles. Okay. So here, King Glidemaster, Read the Tides, or Destructive Tampering. I wouldn't mind a Read the Tides in this deck, but I don't think I could pass up this King Glidemaster. I've got 3 2-drop creatures right now. This will let my ogres smash in for mucho damage. Wait. So, the cards I was talking about earlier that I didn't pick. Well, I have my choice now. I think I'm in for Furious Rise here. Yeah, it's not gonna be hard to get Spellgorger Weird up there. Maybe a Prowess card there too. This is a late Lore Scale Coatl. Do I just hedge on that over another Frost Breath? Nah, Frost Breath is too good. Crash through here, though I'm likely not playing it. The most playable card of that pack. Oof, white's open. We got a bad deal again there. Okay. So now this is an easy Battle Rattle Shaman. It's another thing that helps turn on Furious Rise. Throwing down extra 2 power on Mistral Singers is quite strong. Yeah, Battle Rattle is just a very good card. Generally, if something was common and got upshifted to uncommon, you should take a serious look at it and determine whether or not it's a card you want to be playing. It usually ends up to be the case. So, gonna rattle my battles here. Ooh, okay. So there's a Goblin Wizardry here, but there's also Mazemind Tome, and this card seems pretty sweet. I'm an aggressive deck, sure, but I'm picking the Tome. Let's try this thing out. It seems sweet. Okay, now we have got Kinetic Augur as kind of an awkward payoff to this spell's archetype, though I'm picking that over anything else in the pack. Except for maybe a Teferi's Protege. That's actually something I should think about. Let's cut this to See the Truth. And throw the Fabled Passage in the side. So I don't have too many more spots for cards. Well, let's try out this Kinetic Augur. I still haven't played with the card yet. Ooh. There's another Experimental Overload. Or another Magma. That's tough. And I could use... Well... Got 5 things that I want to play on turn 2. I'd like another, but I think Experimental Overload is powerful enough that I'm in for it. And I only have the one removal spell, so I really need to be able to get that back. Okay. So, I'm not picking Thrill of Possibility, despite, like, the, oh, spells in my graveyard archetype. Rookie Mistake is a cool trick, and there's also a Frantic Inventory. I'm not sure I'm going to play the Rookie Mistake. I'm going to take the Frantic Inventory and hedge on there being more Frantic Inventories in the foreseeable future. Okay, there's a Arcanist here, that's a good pickup. Yeah, that's a good pickup. I would really want to read the tides, but I don't think I'm going to get one this late. Late Shock, I'd love to see that. Take that over another Furious Rise. Because, again, with double Experimental Overload, I really want these cheap removal spells to, use them, get a big weird, then use them again. Late Houndmaster there. There's a few 2-color combinations that people just aren't in. I'm not playing any of these cards, so I don't have a Wall of Runes yet. I'll just pick that. I might play a third Frostbreath. Knowing me, I love the card too much. Throw away this Crash Through. And Burn Bright. And the Frantic Inventory. I don't even remember seeing any the rest in this pack. There's a Goblin Wizardry, and I will gladly take that. Might even play it too. I think I can cut a Frostbreath. Much as I love it, I don't think I need 3. So, looking for maybe like one more cut. Whoa, okay. That was weird, but good. So, picked up another Thrill of Possibility over the 4th Frostbreath. But probably not playing the Thrill. I don't. I have, like the 2 Overloads and the Kinetic Augur to take advantage of what I consider a fluff card, but I think everything else in my deck is strong enough that I'd rather just not. It was a rookie mistake. Hiding that might have just been a rookie mistake. Who knows? But yeah. Okay. So let's shave a couple mountains, put in the Fabled Passage. We would have to cut one more card, it looks like. Yeah, I need to keep both of my 5s, because Ghostlight is very powerful, and I don't have that much removal, so I need Turn to Slag, even if it is quite expensive. My 4s, I like the Battle Rattle, the double Experimental Overload. I'm a little less sold on the Goblin Wizardry and the Kinetic Augur. I could like keep in the Wizardry and then throw in like these Crash Throughs and this Burn Bright and just go full prowess, but I don't know. I'd rather have a bit more of a fleshed out deck than a laser focused deck. What I've got. So Wizardry and Augur are potentially on the chopping block. I'll have to really take a hard look at Augur and see how many instance sources I will end up having. And it's looking like the answer is not that many. So if this isn't consistently at least a 3 for then I'm not that into it. Uh, I like all my threes. I like all my fours except for maybe the Arcanist. Because again, I don't have that many instances or sorceries, and the ones that I do have, like it's nice to throw down a Goblin Wizardry on 3 instead of 4, but I don't know. I think that's like most. I think I can cut that with impunity and be fine. Uh, but the other creatures, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2-drop creatures, which again, I'd rather have another one considering I'm looking like tempo-y aggressive, but the ones that I do have are quite strong, so not that unhappy. Plus I've got the Mazemind tome. Art on this card's pretty sweet too. Got the big brain. And we got Shock and Short Sword. Short Sword is a non-creature spell for prowess, and growing spellgorge are weird. It also makes Jeskai Elder's base 2/3s with prowess, which are really tough to block early game. You're definitely going to be able to get in there with it. Or slapping onto one of my flyers to just get in there. So the real question is, do I want that? Yeah, so of cards that I might want to replace, Short Sword, Goblin Wizardry, and Augur might be on the chopping block for more actual instants and sorceries for like Experimental Overload and the Augur. Yes, I know I just said I might cut it, but let's at least count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a pretty decent amount. And these kind of depend on other spells. So we have 7 other spells for Experimental Overload, which means that I'll likely get a 2 or a 3/3 out of it that regrows a spell, and that's a good trade for my money. Yeah, I'm liking this a decent amount. Ogres are a bit awkward. They're gonna really have to rely on these Frost Breaths to really get in there, and the Glide Master, but I think that's very doable. Yeah. And yeah, the Mazemind Tome really doesn't fit in with the deck at all, but I have to try out this card. It seems so sweet. Yeah, let's get started on the actual playing of the actual games. Hoping for a 7-0, of course, but I don't know how likely that actually is. I've got terrible lighting in this room, so I'm relying on my PS4 looking at a shock white background, trying to get some color on this beautiful face. No 2-drops, but I do have a Spellgorger Weird into a non-creature spell, so I think that's a decent amount. Action. Oh. Really short sword. So on turn 4 I can play this Spellgorger Weird. Or, well, turn 3 I can play Spellgorger Weird, turn 4 throw down Furious Rise and Short Sword onto it if I do draw land. Or I could just get shocked. That's fine. That's fine too. I didn't need that at all. Double Magma. This person knows how to draft, clearly. Love the double Magma. So we're going to play a do nothing and hope that I draw another land to bounce some stuff. Because oh thank goodness, I can't be having my life total go straight into the gutter when my opponent's got multiple Magmats out. Ooh, there. We're not a Goblin Wizardry. I'm very unlikely to win this game. I have to throw away my Ghost Light here. Another Wizardry. Like, as much as I would have loved to have it have a equip it with a short sword and have it be able to block Magmuts and trigger Furious Rise. Like, I just can't go that low. Throw down a Sure Strike so that I can use this Experimental Overload. Need a blocker, man. I just need a blocker. One, two, three, 5. Yeah, I'm dead. And in case you were wondering, this is why you play a lot of 2-drops, so that you don't just get rolled. Hell, I was even on the play there, and I still got rolled. So that's a quite a disappointing first loss, but let's see if we can bounce back. Guy Fury Ball. That's a good username. Frostman. I'm going first again, and wow, this is an awkward hand. I've got 3s and 4s and only 2 lands, no 2-drops. No, I have to mulligan this one. Well, this is kind of the same thing, but I guess I'll get rid of Furious Rise here, because I'm likely not activating that. Not thrilled about that, but hey, I might just rattle off 2 lands in a row and then just get them. Okay. Scorching Dragonfire is a dart. They play like a Coriander Idea, I can nail it. They didn't. So now I have to hope to dodge a Lofty Denial. I do. So my opponent does draw a card with Frantic Inventory. I'll draw a lot more. Another Mistral Singer. Well, let's offer up the trade, though. There's no way they'll accept Prowess being a thing. Throw down my Jeskai Elder and see what they do. Hopefully they do just some kind of fluff stuff and don't commit to the board. Though Lore Scale Coatl is a pretty okay thing for them to commit to the board, because now I get to toss down a Scorching Dragonfire on it. Even if they have an opt, can't save it. Let's eat. I'm not going to play this Sure Strike even though it's an extra 5 damage. Loot, and I'm doubtful that I'll need a land over any of these spells. Season Training? Sure, I'm in love with that plan. And they're attacking too. Whew. I love it. I'm very prepared to race here. Alright, let's go to combat, see if they Frost Breath us. They do. Let's just feign ignorance here. Doriel. That's a pretty good card. And the Frantic Inventory to get them the cat. That's quite annoying. They have a lot of cards in hand. But I think I'll be able to rely on this Goblin Wizardry to really get them. So, let's see. I can, by Frost Breath, Sure Strike, that's 3, 6, that's 9 damage. And then I have a Turn Slag ready to go. I like that quite a bit. Pop, pop. So my opponent's gonna need to play something, draw multiple cards. I have to play a lot. Right now, turn to slag on Mistral Singers. Ooh, bouncing 2 guys. That's annoying. But it's not going to save them, luckily. Throw down turn to slag here, and we got it. Big tempos. See, Frost Breath wins games. Allowed me to get in for 9 damage and keep my opponent's stuff tapped so I can get in for even more damage. Ooh, good thing I was on the play there and drew those lands. My opponent had that jewelry all in play for much longer, then I would have been in a lot of trouble. Some Mythic World problems, but when you're in Mythic, especially this early into the season, it can take a while for you to actually find opponents. Because it seems like they've improved the matchmaking algorithm in the last 3-6 months or so. Definitely since Ikoria, at least, where they really try to match you with somebody of the same rank, as well as same record, so I can be in situations like this where I have to wait over a minute to queue. No longer are the days when I'm playing as random silvers as Mythic. Here we go. Well, found a platinum, so let's see what we can do here. Alright, 2-drop into 3-drop. Another 2-drop. Can't be unhappy about this. And my mana base looks good for a potential Roman Ghostlight later. And there's a short sword for my troubles too, so even if I don't draw any lands, like I can go turn 2 Elder, turn 3 Singer, turn 4 Elder, equip short sword. Then I just need to draw like a single Frost Breath and I'm running away with the game. There's the single Frost Breath. Alright. So now we have big questions here. Do I block the Daybreak Charger if they attack with it? With a Sanctum out, I think I would. They didn't. Drop this down and let's offer up the trade of the Elder for the Charger. I want to loot here. I don't need an experimental overload here. I would say extremely likely to be attacked with the Charger. Ooh, they're on some enchantment stuff right here. Okay. Cool. Drop a Fabled Passage. Fetch me another Mountain. Throw Short Sword onto the Singer and see what they do. I doubt they're gonna chuck 2 lands. Bash, if they trade. Okay, they're in for a trade now, which I'm very happy about that. Throw down another one and continue the assault. And I'm not moving the short sword. Now, never. Well, eventually, I suppose. Mazemind, okay. That's getting bounced. Fire in for 4. Get to loot away this island. like I said. Now, I pretty much just have to worry about them dropping another shrine and then start gunning, and then them to have to start gunning down my creatures. Right on cue. Okay. My Ghost Light is not long for this world. So hopefully they don't have any other lands or draw any other lands. Throw down the Weird. And Ludidoot with Ogre. Not thrilled about having a 4-2 when they have double Shrine and Sanctum out. Have a lot of potentially a lot of lands here to really gun down my stuff, but luckily I do have this Frost Breath, which I'm more than prepared to use on zero targets to make my opponent waste more of their time. They chucked a Legion's Judgment here. Very happy about that. So when I fire off this Frost Breath and my Mistral Singer gets big, they can't just snipe it out. They're doing the thing. Let's submit 0 on this Frost Breath. Oh, that's so sick. Set it in with no Death Touch, I like that. Mazemind. Let's bash in. In hindsight, I should have. That was a bit fast. That was a bit fast. I should have thrown the short sword onto the Jeskai Elder, because I have nothing with prowess, and I really want to get through to cycle this mountain. That was a bit bad because yeah, like my Mistral Singer already bops that that fella there. Throwing away a Sanctum, so my guess is that they have maybe like, and they're playing a land. They have a Blood Glen, okay, that makes some amount of sense. Scorching Dragonfire? No, but that's good enough. Beatles, opponent. Now we wait. Ah, stupid. Come on. Give me that light. Sure, go for it. Xaxes. Perfect. That was some sweet tempo. Frost Breath on 0 targets, that's probably going to be the highlight tonight. 2-1, let's keep going. Opponent goes first. It's a very good thing I have the shock that really ties his hand together. I think this is a fine keep. Like, I think I'm very likely to keep any hand that has removal spell plus experimental overload. Reckon this now because I would rather throw guarantee that I can throw down like a Jeskai Elder or a King Glidemaster on turn 2, then hold up Shock for whatever they have. Shock's so such an easy card to keep up. I'll watch it dog. So I can throw down this island and chill. Hopefully they'll try and like throw a dub on this Watchdog and I can just get them. Not gonna throw down my Shock. I'm going to use my life total as a resource. Now that they threw down a Pegasus, I can take down this Watchdog. Doing that just in case they want to do anything tricky or play a makeshift battalion or something like that on 3, which I would rather get rid of. And getting rid of an opponent's 2-power blocker 2-drop when I want to drop an ogre. Something I like doing. Set it in with no death touch, so Anake Ogre is gonna unknock some heads here. Throw down the Glidemaster. So this requires 8 or more cards in my graveyard. I've got 4 right now, and there's not that many rogues in this. That. They are attacking. I'm gonna block and throw away the Sure Strike. I want another spell in my graveyard so I can throw down this Experimental Overload for Shock. Have a 2/2. Ooh. Attrition. Oh, how things change. That has to leave the battlefield right this instant. We're slamming in. So now my opponent is 100% not the beatdown. They have to chill. Okay, so it's throwing down a dub on the Pegasus and chilling. It looks like. No, they are getting in. They are expecting this Fetid Imp to pull a lot of duty here. But I have some words about that. Now let's hope they don't have an Alchemist's Gift to save this Fetid Imp. They don't. Alright. Beat. Let's end the turn just in case they play what even discards 1 card in the set. Liliana? I think that's it. So make sure to play around any and all things. The next turn I Frost Breath whatever the creatures they have and kill them, because I don't. They would have to have like Revitalize that small removal spell. Okay, yeah, it's over. They don't even want to attempt to block. They have. Okay, well, whatever. Maybe they like can read my mind that I have a Frost Breath, but they're in a good position there. But like they have flyers, so my King Glidemaster can't get in. They're at a life total that I can't just push through the damage unless I have something. At least play it out when you're, Diamond 1 and trying to get into Mythic. Like, come on. Don't just throw away games. I once conceded a game where a limited Innistrad game where I had like 2 cards left in library because my opponent played an Army of the Damned. I thought I just couldn't win. Like they played the Army of the Damned and I just conceded because I'm like, well, I can't get through that. And as it turns out, the next card in my deck was a Bump in the Night. I could have killed them, so don't concede. Okay, here on the draw, we've got Jeskai Elder, a Tome to get ahead, and the Scorching Dragonfire for removal. I'm loving this hand. We are slamming the Elder here. Over the Tome. We got Deathbloom Thallid. That is 100% leaving this plane of existence. We're looting. I get rid of a Frost Breath here, despite it clearly being the best card in my deck, as these games have shown. We've got better things to do here. I like all my cards. Get rid of that. And end the turn. I think throwing down a Goblin Wizardry here is going to be sweet. Then untap, play Mazemind Tome, like draw a card, swing for 6. I'm liking that a lot. Getting rid of the land is a bit awkward that can't throw down the Roman Ghostlight or turn to Slag, but whatever. You're a wizard, Harry. Okay. Throw down Mazemind and draw a card. Sure, strike. I like that. That's going to make this next combat step very profitable for me, I believe. Doesn't veto. Okay. Alright, let's bash. Strike. Very happy that they let my Jeskai Elder through, because I could use a land. Swift response on my guy. That's a bit of a shame, but I still eat up this Sky Scanner and get to loot. Ooh, that's a big experimental overload. Let's toss an Elder here and draw a card with Mazemind. Short Sword. At least going to make Prowess Beats next turn be pretty strong, though I'm likely just playing Experimental Overload for the Scorching Dragonfire and just, telling my opponent, yo, your veto ain't long for this world, sir, or madame, or anything on the gender spectrum. They don't want any of me right now. So let's play the Experimental Overload. Grab El Scorcho. Play Short Sword. More Prowess triggers. And slam. Pretty happy with that. Ooh. Blessing Veto in the way. They have to have a trick then. Good trick too. To throw Veto in the way. Oh, they're throwing both in front of that. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because if I order Veto first and they have something, then, good for them. Kinetic Augur. Screw it. I don't want that. I want like Frost Breath or something. Oh, just lifelink. Okay. Hit me for a bit, and my board's superior to theirs. They've drawn a lot of lands. Oh, they have an Idol of Endurance. Okay. So that's Sky Scanner and Veto. Ah, and the Grasp of Darkness too. That was a very strong turn out of my opponent. Like, I can very much respect that. So, I want them to have less of a board. And Let's roast that. Play that. I think I'm gonna cash in my Mazemind tome here, and because I've got plenty of stuff to do, I do not want to spend the time drawing cards when I could uh, gain my 4 life in the face of a veto, and have a good time here. Mountain, okay. That will, so mountain, yeah, I'm into drawing a mountain. So that will allow me to Ghostlight, equip Short Sword to Goblin Wizard's Slay. So let's try that. Actually, I don't even need to equip it to the Goblin Wizard's Slay, but I'm going to do that regardless. We've got another Swift Response. A bit annoying, but liking my odds here, okay. Vitalize is annoying. Sanguine Indulgence to get back Veto. They're loving that Veto. This is why you play Experimental Overload. Oh. Oh. Alright, let's snag back that Scorching Dragonfire again. And send Veto to the Shadow Realm. Finally. Go away. Flashing for 4. Love it. Another Revitalize. Silver Smote Guel. Okay. Well, let's get that right back to their hand. They're using it to draw a card. I can hang with that. Yeah. I see no reason to move the short sword now, just in case they have a skeleton archer. There goes my Furious Rise, but which is annoying, but my hand is still amazing. Throw down the Fabled Passage, get another island. Play. And let's play Pearl Singer. Whip that to Ghostlight. And pass the turn. I don't want to lose to like random like Pestilent. I'm moving the short sword because I don't want to lose to like Pestilent Haze and some bullshit. Haze Fetters is annoying. That is going to send me back a turn unless I do some stuff, which I can't. I get my Furious Rise back. Second, I have to draw a card, putting themselves on Grasp of Darkness mana, but not Swift Response mana. And they've had enough. Sweet. Climbing up the ranks here. We're what, 4-1 now? Spicy. Alright, let's keep going. This is the power of tempo and core sets. Like, core sets generally don't have. Goddamn PS2. Core sets generally don't have the biggest like synergy decks. That are really based around a single mechanic, like Ikoria's Mutate or cycling. So, just being able to the games boil down to more just fundamentals, like playing creatures, threat assessment, should you trade or not, how should you use your spells, how should you use your mana, and in a format like that, Uh, Being able to make very good use of tempo cards, which kind of sacrifice permanent advantage for temporary advantage, is can be extremely powerful. Like, yes, Frost Breath could just effectively not do anything on board state, or it can win you so many games because it's just that good. And there's also not not a ton of like extremely great ETB effects. Like there's no ETB removal creatures like Chupacabra, thank goodness. So a card like Roman Ghostlight is just the bomb. Going first with a Jeskai Elder and a Mazemind tome. I see no reason to deviate from this plan. Another person with the Song of Creation sleeves. Very pretty. Me, I'm all Tamiyo all the time because Tamiyo's the best. Okay. We've got the Elder online. My opponent doesn't have something to stop me from getting in there. Attacking first, I'd rather have a third land, which I don't get, over an extra power. So throw down this Mazemind tome and pass. We're going to use it to scry because I desperately need this third land. Love it. Alright. So let's bash. My opponent's very unlikely to block, yeah. Threat of activation is powerful. Fourth land. Okay. I like fourth land, and it is a mountain for turn to slag. I'm going to toss one of these Mistral Singers and throw down this Anake Ogre. Because my opponent, they'll probably attack me. Uh, well, okay, they could hang back and block my Anake Ogre, but why? They probably think, oh, I'm going to play something, and then that can trade for it. Like the Sabertooth Mauler. Use this to scry again. Ooh, shock. I love that. Alright. This down. Pop that in the face. Pop that in the face. Play for 7. Loot. I think I have to check the mountain there. It's unfortunate, but Ghost Light. Okay, looks like my ogre is back to hand. That's fine. I'm gonna scry. We got a mountain anyway. Get rid of this guy once and for all. Face. Loots. Ah, nice. Ghost Light. Okay. At this point, let's toss the ogre and focus on winning with some evasive flyers. Tapping their mana. Well, if you're playing Garruk's Harbinger, I don't see why you have to tap your mana manually. Okay. My turn. So this is awkward. They tap their mana very suspiciously there. That makes me think that they might have a cancel? I don't know. Regardless, excuse me. I'm not going to play the Roman Ghostlight here into what I suspect might be a cancel. I'd rather just play this Mistral Singer and have up Mazemind Tome activation. Yeah, let's drop that and pass the turn. Okay. So I have a feeling if they did have a cancel, they would have gotten rid of my flyer there, unless they have one of their own. It's entirely possible, but they're at 9 versus a prowess flyer. They probably want to stop that. And yeah, you are more than welcome to hit me face with your Garruk's Harbinger and try to find a creature. They find a Gnarled Sage, which they're like 3,000% gonna play because it's got reach. So now I'm really looking for Frost Breath. Like I'm gonna be able to bounce this and get in for 3. Oh, they're not playing the Gnarled Sage. They're playing a Capture Sphere instead. Okay. So they see that I might have something here. Cool. Maybe they have a Lofty Denial in hand that they want to play. I'm not entirely sure. There's a Frost. Excuse me. There's the Frost Breath, which is pretty sweet. Play this Roman Ghostlight with Lofty Denial backup mana. Throw this Harbinger to the wind. So now they can't play their Gnarled Sage and their Garruk's Harbinger. They're so stuck on green. Sure, do the loot thing, toss this island, and we're swimming here. We're swimming in it. Like they have to play like another removal spell on my Ghostlight. Basically, they need to have like another Capture Sphere to really pull ahead this game. And it looks like they might not have that. So okay, we've got an Overload here. Okay, this is the plan. Swing. They're obviously snapping off that block. I'm going to Sure Strike and hope that they don't have a rookie mistake. Which they don't. That's nice. Discard. Then play this Experimental Overload. Grabbing a Turn to Slag. And that should prompt the concession from my opponent. There we go. 5-1. Loving it. Almost nice. But I'll take a higher rank over the nice number at this point in time. So we've officially hit rebuy status, and we've got another 2 losses of Gimme before we have to end this one. Liking my chances at a 7-1, which we lost the first match that I lost the first match that I played, so I'm on the 5-game win streak right now, which is why I'm actually climbing through the Mythic ranks. The ranking system that they use it really prioritizes streaks. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like you can go consistently 5-3 or even like 6-3. Like when I was playing Ikoria, I went 6-3 a couple times and lost ranking. So having a 66% win chance just wasn't good enough to climb the ranks in Mythic, which is kind of crazy to me. That's an exceptional win rate for under any metric for Magic. So I don't know. Like if because I went like a number of wins and then a couple losses, then 2 more wins and a loss. I lost ranking. When if I went like 3 losses and 6 wins, I probably would have gained ranking. Okay, so here we go. We're going first. We don't have 2 drops, but we do have Spellgorger Weird into Goblin Wizardry potentially, which is very exciting. My opponent's up to. They are up to the same thing that I am. So let's cross our fingers that this Spellgrinder does not perish, and cross our fingers that we actually draw land. Vira Tzidi Caravaner. That's a name, all right, and that's a bit scary. So they're gonna really be on my ass about this. So I'm either gonna have to race them or find some removal. Let's charge. There's no chance in hell that they're blocking. And I'm gonna Wizardry now just to not give them the opportunity to shock my weird when I try to end of turn Wizardry them. But now they have to be they have a Dragonfire, so I guess that's moot. Blockers. I really hope I draw a land here. Hireling? That's not a land. Okay. Crap. Wombo combo overboard my opponent has, so I need to use this Kinetic Auger to find some gas. So I'm not loving the Anake Ogre or the Furious Rise here. Okay, we found a Scorching Dragonfire. That will help us out immensely. Now the question is, what do I use it on? Because like my opponent having Magma plus Pyroling is just scary. My opponent having I might actually just shoot the Magma here. Battle Ralph Shaman too. Okay, yeah, Magma needs to go away. Yeah, my opponent's slamming me for 8 damage here. Okay, so I gotta be careful here. I really wish I had another land. To Scorching Dagger and Frost Breath. So here, I think I just have to pass, fortunately. Let's see what my opponent does and react to that. There's a couple, there's a couple lines of like what they choose to make unblockable that I can take advantage of. And if they just like fire off stuff in a bad order, I can really like punish them for that. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. So I think I need to Frost Breath here just because it have more mana that way. And yeah, I need to use the Scorching Dragon Fire on the Sabira because they can make enough stuff unblockable that's a big problem for me. Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have Frost Breath the Pyroling and the Battle Rattle because Sabira can only give unblockable to other creatures. Ah, that's a punt for me. Punt, 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 punt. Okay, so well we can get rid of this jerk. Play a Mazemind tome. Play for 3. I should have an extra couple life here. And they have a Scorching Dragonfire for the win. Okay. That's unfortunate. I was still probably likely to lose that game, but still, that was a punt for no reason. I really should have thought about that more. But that's where the practical experience comes in. That's the first time I played with or against Sabira, so I realized a bit too late that it only gives other stuff unblockable. It can't give itself unblockable. Unfortunate, but I believe we can pick up 2 wins in a row here. With a hand like this, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances on the first one. Jeskai Elder into probably Spellgorge a Weird. With a shock too. Ooh. I'm gonna tempo them out. Unless they have a million removal spells. Ooh, they're snapping off the block here. It's a bit unfortunate, but I think I'll just take it. Like, there is the possibility of shock their face to eat their guy, but I'd rather leave up the shock for something a bit more intimidating. Play an ogre and pass. Looks like my opponent's on some kind of red-black attack. Multiple Thalids, that's annoying, but if anything, those are good Frost Breath targets. I've got many of them. Alright, time to just cast a Frost Breath into a Frost Breath and win. Unless my opponent's got removal, which hopefully they don't. Hopefully they just play a 2 toughness thing. No, I'm shocking their face. Ah, crap. I'm still shocking their face. And they have a grasp. Crap. Okay, that's pretty awkward for me, not going to lie. So I need to use the best mana possible here. Grab a shock and kill. Surely you jest. Let's see, I can jump this, put them to 9. They attack back for 11. This is close, but I think my option here is to just try and play and not worry about the consequences. Hopefully they don't have some kind of... And if they have a silent dart here, that's like end game for me. I'm completely toast. Oh, they have a Traitorous Greed plus some mana plus a Dire Fleet Warmonger that can sack something anyways. Bops me. Bop, bop, bop. That is frustrating. Okay. So I have to Frost Breath their guys. Block Shock. Oh man. Yeah, that's the problem. The biggest problem with tempo is when your tempo gets disrupted by other people's tempo. A bunch of removal spells. Oh shit. Ooh, okay, sweet. Up, up. And I think I shock the ballad here. And yep, I am dead to rights. That's a bit frustrating. But I did hit rebuy, and my rating is about the same as when I started. So, too unhappy about that. What I am unhappy about is that I should have moved my cam to the other side during this entire thing. I like to have it on this side during the draft so that you can see, you know, what I have over here. But during the game, like that's covering up my graveyard when I look at it, or I look at information on how many cards are in my graveyard or my library. So, whatever. Still learning. Still dealing with a webcam. But regardless of that, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more content, I suppose. I'm hoping to get another draft analysis out this week, because, you know, I think I've shown that my advice is, it seems at least reasonable. I went 5-3 with what I think is a pretty good drafted deck, so I can get back to dunking on Nick. Alright, later everybody.